Now at 5, how Kansas schools could benefit from a supplemental instructional math program. Plus, a local live-in care facility is now using a robot to help deliver food and other items to residents' rooms.
The U.S. and its allies announced additional assistance for Ukraine. I'm Willie James Inman at the White House with the details on the new commitments and support of the war-torn country.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Schools around Kansas can now benefit from a free supplemental instructional math program. This is KOAM News at 5. I'm Dow Quick. The Kansas State Department of Education today announced a contract with IXL Learning Program so students around the state can improve their math skills. Galena High School Principal Toby Van Cleve says the high school is familiar with the program as freshmen and sophomore students have been using it a couple of times per week in class. Van Cleve is excited the state is now considering the program valuable for everyone and says it'll save the schools money.
Good thing about IXL, there's a diagnostic assessment that we give to our kids, and then based on the results of that assessment, the program identifies a specific learning plan for every individual student. So they're working on their grade level, at their skill level for the freshmen and sophomores here at the high school.
The free math program is available for accredited public and private Kansas schools K through 12 starting today. Schools already using IXL will be provided a credit for an extension to their current subscription. U.S. Senator Roger Marshall of Kansas today got a first-hand look at a high-tech farming technique. The senator toured Leafy Green Farms in Pittsburgh. It's a hydroponic facility where plants are grown in nutrient-enriched water without the need for soil. Since plants are grown indoors, the facility can help provide fresh produce year-round, regardless of the weather.
So I've always believed that food is medicine, and I believe that this is an opportunity. Leafy Farms is another example of making food that is truly healthy and good medicine as well.
Leafy Greens grows its produce inside repurposed shipping containers and says this farming method uses only a tiny fraction of the water used for conventional farming. Oswego Health and Rehab in Oswego has a new member of their family. Rosie is a robot to help make the lives of staff easier and to enhance the time staff can spend with residents. For now, Rosie is only helping with dietary needs.
Mealtime is a social time for people that live here. Any little thing that's going to help the residents enjoy being here and staff working here is priceless.
Oswego Health and Rehab is the first in Kansas under Mission Health to have any AI technology. Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy joins us now with a first look at the weather.
Well, of course, a cloudy and chilly day for us today, and we have had a few showers popping up over the past hour or so, and a little bit of freezing drizzle mixed in with a little bit of light sleet in our western, northwestern counties this evening. That's why we have a winter weather advisory until 10 p.m. So this includes Yates Center, Iola, Chanute, Fredonia, Neodesha up toward Garnett. Most of us will stay on the liquid side, but you can see these light showers popping up over the past couple hours, and then a little bit of purple, a little bit of pink mixing in. That's where we are seeing that very light wintry mix. Now, most of us are sitting into the 40s, so it's not a big deal, but once you get out farther west, temperatures hovering right above freezing. So there may be a few slick spots in the parking lots on your car as we go through the evening hours, but light showers, temperatures drop back all the way down to 31. Of course, we got thunderstorms in the forecast. We're going to look at that here in just a bit.
See you then. The United States is taking additional measures to help Ukraine as the war-torn country marks a full year now since the Russian invasion began. At a ceremony in Kyiv today to mark this somber occasion, Ukraine's president called the Russian invasion the longest day of our lives and promised to continue to push for a victory as the war enters its second year. Willie James Inman reports from Washington.
One man, Vladimir Putin, started this war. One man can end it.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken told the UN Security Council the U.S. remains steadfast in its support for Ukraine.
If Russia stops fighting and leaves Ukraine, the war ends. If Ukraine stops fighting, Ukraine ends.
The Pentagon announced a new $2 billion security assistance package, including more ammunition and small high-tech drones. The latest package brings the total U.S. commitment to more than $32 billion since Russia invaded Ukraine a year ago. Meanwhile, Poland delivered the first German Leopard tanks to Ukraine and says it plans to send more soon.
The White House announced a coordinated effort with G7 partners that includes new sanctions targeting key sectors of the Russian economy and more than 200 people and organizations.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky marked the first year of the war, saying his country could defeat Russia if allies remain united and keep providing arms. On Friday, China unveiled a 12-point plan calling for Russia-Ukraine peace talks and ending sanctions against the Kremlin. Zelensky says he's planning to meet with Chinese leader Xi Jinping. Willie James Inman, CBS News, the White House.
New U.S. sanctions against Russia include a 200% tariff on aluminum from that country, effectively a ban. Disgraced Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein has been sentenced to 16 years in prison. California jury convicted him in December of raping a model and actress in a Beverly Hills hotel room in 2013. Weinstein had pleaded not guilty. He's already serving a 23-year prison sentence handed down in New York back in 2020 for another rape conviction. Weinstein's attorneys have filed an appeal. Still ahead, improving literacy one video at a time.
Using social media to learn how to read. I'm Danya Backus with how one man is documenting his literacy journey.
And next in Health Watch, how a lifestyle change could help reduce your risk for certain types of cancer. Topping today's Health Watch, an RSV vaccine could be available to use by this August. Pharmaceutical company Pfizer's newly developed vaccine was made to prevent critical cases of the virus. Research shows RSV is the highest cause for infant hospitalizations. A single vaccine dose given to pregnant women will protect infants from birth to 6 months old. In an effort to speed up the review process before RSV's peak season, the Food and Drug Administration is reportedly set to approve the first vaccine of its kind by late summer. February is National Cancer Prevention Month. Reporter Bradley Blackburn has the story of one woman who changed her lifestyle to take charge of her health and reduce her cancer risk.
It's been almost 10 years since Alicia Storkamp chose to live a prevention lifestyle soon after she was diagnosed with prediabetes.
I had to decide whether or not I was going to make this enormous lifestyle change or let diabetes happen to me. So I started taking better care of myself.
Through diet and exercise, she dropped more than 100 pounds.
Another wonderful side effect of losing a significant amount of weight is that I have the energy to do more.
Then she learned her healthy choices could also lower her risk for cancers, such as breast, lung, and colon cancer.
It was legitimately shocking.
Exercise and diet are enormous components of cancer prevention.
Studies show up to 50% of cancer cases and deaths are preventable. Other lifestyle changes that can reduce cancer risk include choosing more vegetables, cutting back on red meat, quitting smoking, limiting alcohol, and protecting yourself from UV radiation. Routine screenings are also critical, but a new survey from the Prevent Cancer Foundation shows 65% of Americans say they're not up to date.
Early detection equals better outcomes. So the earlier cancer is detected, the better your chances of a successful treatment are.
Alicia turns 40 soon and knows screenings for many cancers are ahead.
Mammograms are going to be a part of my very soon future, and I welcome it. Honestly, I welcome all screenings. I think it's really helpful to be aware of what's going on inside my body.
Alicia now works for the Prevent Cancer Foundation and is helping create an online community to help support others trying to reduce their risk and live healthier. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Receiving the HPV vaccine can help prevent cancers such as cervical cancers and head and neck cancers from the human papillomavirus. A new study finds irregular sleep can lead to a higher risk for heart disease in older age. The study, published in the Journal of the American Heart Association, reported participants who slept at varying times were more likely to develop hard arteries compared to those who consistently slept at the same time. The study found regular sleep patterns could reduce the risk for heart attacks and strokes as we age. Researchers suggest people over 40 who exercise regularly might have a better chance of staying out of the hospital. A study published by JAMA Network Open shows those who exercise regularly avoided health conditions such as pneumonia, stroke, and diabetes. Researchers say people middle-aged and older who had 20 minutes of daily physical activity could cut the risk of hospitalization by anywhere from 4 to 23%. And that is a look at today's health news. A little bit later, why the Federal Reserve was surprised by the latest inflation report.
Plus, part of the area tonight could get a little bit of freezing drizzle. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, kind of a dreary Friday for us today, but it is Friday, which is always nice. But we are going to get some light showers and light freezing drizzle as we go through the evening hours. It's only going to last a few hours, and then we'll be dry the rest of the night. But a nice shot of Indigo Sky, Casino and Resort Indigo, just outside of Seneca, Missouri. All right, winter weather advisory for portions of the four-state area. This is only until 10 p.m. This is out Erie, Chanute, Fredonia, Neodesha, Yates Center, Iola, up toward Garnett, where temperatures are hovering right around freezing. Everybody else is above freezing. So you can see in the green, these are light little showers, but where you see a little bit of pink, a little bit of purple, light freezing rain, and a little bit of sleet. Again, very weak, not a big deal. These light showers will continue to push through. You can see a little batch just south of Pittsburgh, and then once you go up I-49 just to the east of Lamar. So these are going to kind of shift on through, and then we'll be dry the rest of the night. All right, temperatures, most of us into the 40s, but once you get into our western counties, that's where we're hovering right at or just above freezing, and that's why there could be a little bit of freezing drizzle. Cloudy skies, 7th and range line, looks dry. 44 northerly winds, 5 to 10 humidity is at 42%. Through the evening hours, we slide back through the 40s, 30s. Cold tonight eventually will dip back to about 31 degrees. And this is a very weak little wave that is rotating through. But we are going to have a lot of clouds this weekend. We're waiting for this system. Gave a lot of California that doesn't usually get snow, got snow throughout the daytime hours for us today. But that system will head in toward us for the second half of the weekend. All right, cloudy skies tonight. Light random showers next few hours, and then just mostly cloudy. Temperatures upper 20s to lower 30s for overnight lows. Mostly cloudy skies once again on Saturday, but you can see our southerly winds start to kick in. So once we get into the afternoon, most of us will go into lower 50s for highs, which is nice, warmer than what we have seen. 30 to start, 47 at noon, backing to about 52 by 5 p.m. Tomorrow night, few light random showers once again into Sunday morning, and then on Sunday, mostly cloudy, but we'll start to get showers popping up late in the day. Then Sunday night, a band of showers, thunderstorms rotate in. Some of these could be strong, maybe low-grade severe, especially northeastern Oklahoma into extreme southwestern Missouri, but most of these are going to be gone by 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. So these are going to be late Sunday evening into the overnight hours, and then we'll clear out just in time for Monday. Doesn't look like it's going to drop a lot of rain. I would say most of us a quarter of an inch, maybe upwards to a half an inch with some of these storms they're going to work through on Sunday night. Tomorrow, let's go 54, mostly cloudy skies, 64 on Sunday. So it does warm up as we head into the weekend. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday look great. Still watching a storm system next Thursday and Friday that could be rain over to snow, but I'd say there's a decent likelihood we get some wintry precip late next week.
And I hope that's the end of it for a while. It's not?
Not yet.
Well, then I don't want to talk about it anymore until maybe 6.
All right.
Thanks, Doug. Coming up, how one man is using TikTok to document his journey to literacy. Topping today's Consumer Watch, inflation unexpectedly picked up speed in January. The Commerce Department reported a 5.4% annual rise for the Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index. The Federal Reserve uses the core PCE index to measure prices for goods and services excluding food and energy. Economists were expecting the PCE index to land a little more than 4% and extend what was a 3-month stretch of cooling prices. Americans' retirement accounts took a tumble last year due to stock market slumps. According to new data from Fidelity, the average balance in a 401k plan fell 20% in 2022 to about $104,000. The average balance the year before was just over $130,000. IRA and 403B accounts also took a hit. An important consumer warning: kitchen appliance brand KOAM is recalling 2 million air fryers following reports of them catching fire, burning, melting, overheating, and smoking due to a faulty wire connection. Some consumers have reported superficial burn injuries and property damage as a result. The Consumer Product Safety Commission is urging owners to immediately stop using the products. Consumers can fill out a recall form on KOAM's website to request a free replacement. About 130 million adults in the United States have low literacy skills, meaning they lack proficiency in reading below the equivalent of a 6th grade level. One Southern California man who fell into that category is now using social media to learn how to read and is inspiring others in the process. Reporter Danya Bacchus has his story.
A 7-day fast.
At 34 years old,
At the end of it, we knew we should form.
Oliver James is tackling something he has managed to hide for most of his adult life.
What's up? I can't read.
He is functionally illiterate.
Once I started to realize that the way I'm living my life is harder than most people are living, then I realized I was like, okay, this needs to change.
Inside his white van, Oliver is using TikTok to document his literacy journey.
I wouldn't read in public, and I avoided anything that had to do with reading.
The personal trainer and aspiring motivational speaker's posts have gone viral. Now more than 100,000 people follow him, listening to his every syllable.
If only the grown-ups weren't,
As he stumbles, but is determined to finish each page.
What has been the biggest challenge in learning how to read?
The biggest challenge is actually doing it. So, I'm not good at it. For me to get up every day and to just do this, that's been the challenge.
Oliver says it was a lack of a reading foundation from school to home that left him unable to read.
It's a little bit of everyone. If you don't have reading in your household, you're not going to really kind of apply it to your life. You need to have it in your foundation.
His goal this year is to read 100 books. Oliver says he's already reaping the benefits.
I gained something from it. I wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm a little smarter. Oh my gosh, I know what to do today. Oh my goodness, I know where to go. I know the direction.
And he's hoping to turn a page for his newborn son by giving him the reading foundation he never had. Danya Bacchus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Oliver James says he's received lots of support and encouragement in his literacy journey from Book Talk, a sub-community on TikTok focused on books and literature. Final check of the forecast next. Up next on the CBS Evening News, how U.S. aircraft carriers are helping the military prepare for possible conflicts. Then on KOAM News at 6, we're going to have more on that supplemental math program now available to Kansas schools. Plus, how a new partnership is giving Pittsburgh STEM students more field trip opportunities. And Missouri Southern and Pitt State baseball began playing head-to-head in conference play. We're going to have the highlights of that. Stay with the CBS Evening News and then KOAM News at 6. Astronomers have spotted something surprising outside our solar system. It's what they're calling a forbidden planet due to its unexpected size. NASA's Transiting Exoplanet Survey satellite made the discovery. Researchers say the planet's about the size of Jupiter, which is really big, and is about 280 light years from Earth. They say it's extraordinary to find such a large planet orbiting a smaller star, and the discovery challenges theories about how planets are formed. Jupiter, of course, by far the largest planet in our solar system, larger than all the other planets put together.
Yeah, you've been able to see Jupiter very well the past couple nights.
Yes, that's kind of exciting. Yeah. Close proximity to Venus in our line of sight right now.
Kind of cool.
The weather.
Well, you're not going to see them tonight. We're going to have the clouds, on and off showers throughout the evening hours.
We'll see you right back here at 6. Let's make it a great evening.